Hello, Dr. Grabow here from Concierge Carpal Tunnel and Hand Surgery. I'm here today with my buddy Jack to talk to you about sparkler safety. Every year there are over 1,000 ER visits due to burns involving the hands and fingers, face and neck from sparklers. The majority of these occur in children under the age of 15, and the largest group having injuries are those under 4. So we wanted to offer these safety tips to keep you and your family safe this holiday season. Number one tip, adult supervision. We know that using sparklers is kind of a rite of passage for all of us this holiday. However, adults need to be involved. Sparklers burn at over 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit, so injuries can and do occur. Never hold a child while they're holding a lit sparkler, and never hold a child if you have a lit sparkler in your hand. This is a very common injury pattern that we see for ER visits, either the child holding it or the parents holding the sparkler, and then they burn actually the other person. Don't hand someone a lit sparkler. Have them holding the sparkler at arm's length or using a sparkler holder, which we'll show you in a moment. When they are holding a sparkler, children are, 1, to hold it at arm's length, and 2, no twirling or waving it around. This is a very common way that not only children get sparks in their face or the sparkler slips and they hit themselves, but more importantly, this is the most common reason why other children get burnt. So if one child's holding a sparkler and they're waving it around, the other child doesn't see them doing it, they're waving it around and oops, they hit their friend in the face. Lastly, drop it in a bucket of water when it's done. Although most people are wearing shoes when they're running around with sparklers, if you're barefoot and you drop a hot molten piece of metal on the ground in the dark, the likelihood of you stepping on that and burning your foot is pretty high. That's the most common way people burn their feet and present to the ER. Now, what's the sparkler holder we're talking about? You take a piece of cardboard, use margarine container or something that's round, cut out a circle, and then take a ballpoint pen. You're not going to keep the pen, so any pen is fine to use. Place it roughly in the center. Then you're going to take a piece of foil about 16 inches long. It's not exact. Place it in the center of that, and then you're going to use the foil and fold it around the pen. The pen's not going to stay there, so don't worry if it sticks out the end. It's supposed to. Tighten it up around the bottom of the cardboard. You want to have the pen sticking out because you do want to be able to see the bottom of the sparkler. Once you have that handle formed, then you pull that pen out. Now, whatever sparklers you're using for your celebration, you just slide that in. Now, if you don't do anything else, it's going to slide through the bottom. So what you do is once you have it in the right spot, you see how far it can go down without the burning part touching the foil, and you simply tighten that up at the bottom. And now it's not going to slide out, and the child can easily hold it at arm's length. The nice thing about this, those sparks can't get to their hand. And secondly, for smaller children, this is a lot easier to hold than trying to hold the tip of a sparkler, this tiny piece of metal. One of the other ways that children burn their fingers is because instead of holding the tip, they hold too close to the base, or they're used to holding things like this. So that's why we recommend sparkler holders. What if you're using larger sparklers? You can adjust that, and if you're happening to go from smaller ones to larger ones from a finale, you just push it in until it goes out the bottom, and then you can bend that metal over so that it's stable in position. How about morning glories? Morning glories are pretty fun, should be more for the older child rather than the younger because they do shoot out sparks. What we'd recommend there is breaking off a piece of it towards the base. If you leave it at this length, it's very flimsy. Now, will this break? Probably not. Phantom Fireworks has great products. However, this is a risk when it's swinging around because kids are naturally going to do this. If you have a kid like I do, they're going to want to do that. So cutting it short allows you to place it in the holder, and then they can safely hold this. Obviously, do you have to cut it short? No, but we don't want them poking themselves in the belly while they're using it. Finally, know what your safe and sane fireworks actually do. This cutlass sword that I have here in the front, this is awesome, as you see in the video. The reality, though, it's not for children, or at least not for younger children. But most are going to want to pick it up because it's a nice handle and they can play pirate. So please be aware of what things are. Finally, These pyro torches, these are great for lighting fireworks, but these are for adults. These would not be considered a sparkler or something that a child can hold. Think of this as a road flare. There's a blowtorch thing, as you can see in the video, coming out the end. It works great for adults, not so much for children. One of the other safety tips, although it's not for your hands, is for your eyes. Eye protection, extremely important for whoever is going to be coordinating the children. Granted, children could wear eye protection as well, although depending on the size of your child or their age, it might be hard to find eye protection that's going to fit them. But for you to wear this, that protects these sparks from hitting you in the face, or more importantly, these children who are turning and potentially going to hit you in the eye. From Jack and I here at Concierge Carpal Tunnel and Hand Surgery, we wish you and your family a safe and wonderful July 4th. Thanks for watching.